Hello, everybody. If you are a Hot Wheels hoarder, if you're a Hot Wheels racer, a scalper, or if you just classify yourself as a collector, you're going to love these videos, especially if you like Ford GTs, because that's what we collect here, a lot of what we collect. And today we're going to be going over another Hot Wheels casting that we love to collect. The Hot Wheels Ford GT-LM, which is the Le Mans version. Here they are in the case. We've got a couple to add to our collection. We'll get everybody out on the parking lot. We'll put up the turntable. We're going to open these two guys, which are the newest ones that we've been able to get Mattel to release. This is... They used to say Ford GT-LM, now they just say Ford GT. This was from I thought to be a Walmart exclusive release. I didn't even know what these things are called. Sometimes these kind of theme sets have a name to them. This has got a bunch of passport stamps all over the card. You can see them there. Those to me look like what they traditionally used to stamp passports back when they used stamps. 2005 Ford GT. What does it say there? 5.4 liter V8, 550 horsepower, United States of America, passport stamp. Pretty cool. Red. We're going to open it up and look at it. And then, just recently, I finally started finding the speed machines on the pegs. I missed this car. I guess it was one of the more popular ones. But definitely missed the Porsche. Definitely missed the Ford GT. But I saw the rest of them, especially the Zonda and the McLaren where I'm at. Those are the two you would see hanging on the pegs that were the last ones to go. The Lamborghini, the Porsche, and the Ford GT were already taken. But what a collection if you like more exotic sports cars. The GT3 I know is really expensive. The Zonda, the Ford GT, the Le Mans version you can't even buy with the spoiler, but there's people that have the 2005 Ford GT, the 720S McLaren, and the Veneno. I have no idea what the Veneno costs, but finally started finding the Ford GTs on the peg, and I picked them up, and I'm a little bit of a hoarder. This casting is really cool, and the card is nostalgic. If you know anything about the Speed Machine series, we'll discuss it, what I know about it, when we get this thing open. Hey, let's go through, let's do the showcase, and get to the point where we can put these cars on the turntable. Okay, here we go. Let's look at some Ford GT LMs. And I'll try to give you a little bit of information on each one as we go through it. 2009, it was cast. This was a new model. They used to say on the card whether it was a new model or not. This is a 5-spoke PR5 with a satin blue finish. The spoiler back then was plastic. Pretty cool satin finish. Also in the same year was a recolor from the satin finish. It almost looks like the paint's just been reversed. So you have a white. You have a white with a satin blue stripe instead of satin blue with a white stripe. And I don't know if the camera is picking this up or not. But this car has a little bit of what I would call a red overspray on it. I never have noticed that before. But on the back of the car, there's a little bit of red overspray. Can you see that in the photos? That's really interesting. I never have seen a white car or white Hot Wheel have that much have overspray on it. I wonder if I did that. Surely I did not do that. I haven't had these cars out. Next year in 2009 came Speed Machines. These little cars in the Speed Machine lines, if you notice, they had two-piece plastic wheels. That's a two-piece plastic wheel. They're called co-mold wheels as a nickname. They debuted, I think, on the Acceleracers, and then the next time we saw them was Speed Machines, maybe the Ferrari Racers. I know the Ferrari Racers line had these co-mold wheels on it. This one is turquoise. These had interesting wheels and nice paint, but plastic base, a Speed Machine. But they did have what I would call a full deco. They had the tail lights painted. They had underneath the chin, they had a little bit of paint. So they had what would be called a premium deco or a premium tampo run. And the next one that came out was the green #1. This was a mainline release on a blue card, plastic spoiler, but you can see the chin. There's two little spots on the chin that aren't painted. And then the back tail lights are not painted, or not tampoed, I should say. And then it was recolored that same year in yellow. Same graphics. These all came out in 2010. And the reason I have the Speed Machines split up is because sometimes in the case I sort these by date code. So here's the other Speed Machines. It is black with a gold interior, gold rims. That's a kind of gray base. Yeah, the Speed Machines, sometimes they go into the case and I just sort them by date code. So each one of these cars has a little date code. You can see it there, C38. And the previous Speed Machine, the turquoise, was CO5. So there's about 30 weeks in between the Speed Machine releases. And see, the green one was C22. And the yellow one, you can't really see it, but it's C35. So the two mainline releases came in between the two Speed Machine releases in 2010. Then came this mainline release of the orange. First time we see it in the open hole 5-spoke rim. This was another mainline release in a 10-spoke. Same deco, different colors. Not sure what this one was called, but I know it was on a card. And then, called the Thrill Racers, I think. 2012, we had it as a treasure hunt. Not a super treasure hunt, but a treasure hunt nonetheless. Pretty cool. There's a TH on the side indicating a treasure hunt. Red. I have another one of these carded that doesn't have the spoiler on it. I don't know how these things are put together. It's supposed to be an error. But, you know, it is interesting because it has a gray interior, what looks to be a gray interior, gray bottom, and then a black spoiler. So I don't know how those spoilers are pieced in there, but I have one that doesn't have the spoiler on it. Then 2013, there was this Boulevard, which was the first time that we see this in rubber tires, real riders with a metal base. This thing is heavy. When you go from a mainline release to one of these premium releases, you can really feel the weight. I say premium release, but look, it doesn't have any tampos on the back. Can't tell if it has tampos on the front, but no taillight tampos for sure. So not quite premium, what we would call premium. Here's another one that's not quite premium, but this was the Cool Classics 2014. I love these retro slot wheels. I call these retro slot wheels. And the Spectrafrost paint, metal base, no tampo on the taillights, no tampo pass on the front, and no Real Rider tires, although I like the retro slots just fine. After that, it was 2 years before we got it in the main line again in a Gulf livery, and they made a little bit of change. The spoiler isn't plastic anymore, it's metal. It's cast into the body. This one had an orange base on it, making it a little bit fun. Have some crazy bass to it. That same year we also got a Zamac version, unpainted, PR5s, and a light blue bass. Kind of cool. It's kind of cool when they do those crazy color bases. This thing, for whatever reason, the price has been trending upwards on eBay on the Zamac version. I think this one was what we could call the first complete premium release. Came from a Hot Wheels Entertainment Gran Turismo set. Satin black, Real Rider tires, full deco all the way around. You got the tail lights, you got the metal base, satin black paint. This thing is awesome. The Goodyear lettering on the tires, one of my favorites for sure. And then we got not so impressive, kind of a flat black instead of a matte black. This was in 2018 in the Gran Turismo theme set from Walmart. PR5, plastic base, Gran Turismo. Not near as impressive as the full premium version. We'll put them side by side and you can compare. There's no comparison. Just the weight of the Gran Turismo, the premium when you pick it up, the satin paint, the extra deco, the Goodyear lettered real riders. Everything about this car is superior to the theme set. After that, we kind of went into a skid of multi-pack appearances. I think the first one was a Sparko livery with the white PR5. It's kind of cool seeing it in a white PR5. This came out of a 5-pack. We've got the mystery car. Number 2 came out of a mystery car pillow pack. Number 2 car means it was one of the chase cars. The first 3 in these pillow packs are chases. Somewhat of a chase. This has got a gold base. I've seen this one go for lots of money on the secondary market too. It's got some cool graphics, got some cool decorations. Here was another Gran Turismo release. In 2018, white instead of black now. PR5s, black spoiler, black base, nothing real special about it. And then we really get into we start skidding into the multi-packs. I'm not sure if this was a multi-pack exclusive or not. Might have been multi-pack. Yeah, I do know it was a multi-pack exclusive because I don't have this one on a card. I have all of these cars loose and carded. I have a loose and carded set of each of these 4 GTs. Another multi-pack exclusive, red, with OH5 or open hole 5-spoke rims. Here's another mystery car. I think this came out of another pillow pack in 2019. Blue with yellow accents, yellow open hole 5-spoke rims. Pretty cool. I guess not my favorite color combination. And then here is another mystery car pillow pack. So this has been in the pillow packs for 3 different releases. This one was number 3, so it was one of the chase versions in gray. And I think that brings us up. That was 2020 that this one came out. That brings us up to date for our ones that we're adding to the box today, which is this. I found out this series was called World Class Racers. World Class Racers, the one with all the passport photos. Red, black blacked out PR5s. This has if you can notice, it has the metal spoiler. And does this one have premium deco? See, this one doesn't even have premium deco. I don't really know what Hot Wheels... To me, this is a mainline release all the way. There's not that many tampos, but yet when I bought this car, it was those theme sets at Walmart. I think they're like $2.99 a piece now, and I feel like in some instances it's like buying a mainline car, where you're not sure if they can justify the extra cost when they're selling an identical production car for $1.19 in a mainline. But I don't have to understand it. I'll still buy it. If it's a Ford GT, I'll still buy it at $2. And then we get the Speed Machines version from this year. The last release that I know of, 2023. And this one, I think, is a lot better than the original Speed Machines. We'll go over it, but this one has taillight decoration. It has a front chin spoiler decoration with those fog lamps down underneath the chin. It has full deco, this pearlescent white paint. It does have a plastic spoiler, so it went back to the plastic spoiler, and a painted metal base, and the co-mold wheels have returned. So what I was going to do is I'm going to put this up next to the other Gran Turismo release so you can kind of see a little bit of a difference. Almost the same deco, but not quite. You can see the stripes on the back of the car missing. A lot of the deco on the front of the car is missing. The paint is more flat and not as pearlescent. Speed Machines wins. And then here's the old Speed Machines. Teal version. Oh, but that one does have the taillight tampos. Okay, so I guess the only difference between the old Speed Machines and the new Speed Machines may be the metal base. But that is a welcome addition. I love picking up a metal base car. They just feel so much heavier. It's just fun to handle them because they weigh so much more. Especially if you've been handling a bunch of mainline releases and then you pick up a premium that's got a lot of metal on it. It's just a cool feeling. Anyway, there's the Speed Machines. What is my favorite? I think I heard somebody ask. My favorite, I'll put my highlights up here. Definitely the satin blue. I'm just a fan of satin colors on cars, on these cars. I love the Spectra Frost paint of the Cool Classic series, and I love the retro slot wheels. I absolutely love this Gran Turismo. It is heavy and it is full premium and satin black finish. Satin black finish. I do like the Mystery Machine number 2. I think the color scheme and the deco on this thing was just outstanding for this type of car. And last but not least, the Speed Machines. I think the Speed Machines is really one that you have to see in person to appreciate it. The pearlescence of that white paint kind of doesn't come through on the video, but that is the Ford GT LM, and we have caught up our collection. Here they all are in the parking lot. Do a quick pan. Maybe I'll do another quick frame of them in the case and we'll call it a day. Okay, here we go. We got them all added back into the case. Inside of their plastic, there's the 2 new additions. So we're all caught up. Ford GTLM. Thank you guys for watching.